Hello and good evening, Chanmates, especially to my fellow trailblazers watching this special from all around the world. And we are just a couple of minutes away. It's already done for the stream. Let's get that right. Well, first of all, I really have to apologize because you know that kind of stream as you might have expected. So let's just get to know the characters really quick. So we have here, what we got is our Firefly and Jade as the new characters. Then as it's already confirmed, if you have just watched the special program from 2 hours earlier, if you did, then good for you. Then for those who have not watched yet the special program, then this is your chance, because I am for the first time ever, I'm going to give you a rebroadcast for that special program. Now, as for the version 2.2, the version 2.3 character warps, as it's already confirmed that on the first phase banners, we're going to have Firefly and Runway for the first phase, and for the second phase, we're going to have well, who's that? But anyway, yeah. For the first phase, we're going to have who's that? Okay. For the second phase, we're going to have Jade and Argenti for the second phase character warps. Again, the first phase warps, it's going to be Firefly and Runway, while Jade and Argenti will be the next in line for the second phase character warps. So I'm going to leave you now in just a moment, because this is a moment you've been waiting for. For those who have missed it, this is your chance to watch the special program. So here we go.
Around the Penacony Repechage, which is now in its 4th round. Waves of remaining competitors are still vying for their shot at victory. Leaving aside Duke Inferno's fiery demise, the family would like to reassure everyone that no contestants have come to harm. That's still the case, right? With the crisis dispelled, only flowers, glory, and rapturous applause await. And not to mention a pool party! Miss Acheron! Didn't we all agree to the swimsuit dress
It
code?
looks like
Not a
okay.
Is that what we agreed?
Forgive me if
but you
what's going on in here.
Albert, can I borrow you?
Madam Jade. So what brings you here?
Wow.
The corporation is planning to increase the special program budget.
What
Here,
is
it's
going
all in the
on?
agreement.
Thank you, Miss Jade. And thank you, RPC.
Okay.
Where do I sign?
Pleasure doing business.
Okay.
Miss Firefly. Hey. Can you do the transformation thingy? You know what I'm talking about. Now's the perfect time.
Okay,
Wait.
it's just there's a lot of people around.
What
No
were you
problem.
doing?
If anything goes wrong,
What were you doing?
just blame your good
Huh?
buddy Albert.
In that case, check out the newest upgrade. I shall set the seas ablaze.
And they just transitioned to the
To me,
teaser. like
Hiding
that.
is
Let's
much
watch this.
easier than being honest. Yet, I still want to try expressing my emotions as any ordinary person would.
Forgotten someone, my gray-haired friend? I put a bomb on this ship. You have 10 minutes to find it. Better
Okay, that kind of reminds me of a Mr. Beast video that I have just seen. 10 minutes before everything explodes.
Form ignite!
Wow.
I shall set the seas ablaze!
Okay.
Always remember, don't leave with any regrets. So now, do you understand what you must give up, Miss Hannah?
Oh, and by the way, the first redemption code is about to come in very
Even from
soon,
your
so
point,
prepare now your accounts,
that system doesn't
especially the
need
fact
me.
that these are
I'm
worth
more
stellar
than capable
jades.
of keeping you on a tight leash. There's no backing out now. For me, or for you.
Okay.
My script isn't over yet.
You kind of
It's been a while
reminded me of
I
Lisa
propose a toast.
from Genshin.
Since you care so much, speed up the
Why?
to the future
Are you doing
of
this?
Penacony and the universe.
Okay, I really
Can
need to
I
calm down at
interpret
this point.
as the next phase of the simulated universe?
Correction. It's a new subject matter that Dr. Ratio and I have personally agreed on.
Wow. Okay, here comes the Pro Penacony. Okay. Now you can see right here on the screen is the first redemption code. So once it already disappears and move on to the next one, I'm going to flash it on the screen for just extra couple of minutes. Once again, just a little reminder, you have to get ready with your accounts as I have mentioned just a few moments earlier, because these codes are going to expire tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. So hurry up and claim your redemption codes and redeem it so that you can get rewards including Star Jades. Okay, here we go.
And whether or not
Okay.
your world has a day-night cycle. Good morning, good afternoon.
Looks like I really need to calm
I'm
down
Albert,
for
your
at this point.
friendliest feathered announcer. Welcome to the version 2.3 Farewell Penacony special program. For
Let's
today's
go.
program, we have with us a Galaxy Ranger as well as a Stellaron Hunter. Not to mention a director of the IPC Strategic Investment Department, Madam Jade.
Woo!
That's me.
Let's go.
Thank you for the invite. It's a pleasure to be here for the version 2.3 special program.
Likewise.
You can call me Acheron. So, what exactly is this newest upgrade you were all talking about?
I just showed everyone. Hi, Trailblazers. Firefly here.
Welcome, welcome. Now, before
Let's
we
go.
go any further, we agreed to a pool party. How come I'm the
Yes,
only
it
one
is
that
a
showed
pool
up
party.
in a swimsuit?
We thought you were joking.
Okay.
After all, this show never previously had pool party levels of funding.
Don't worry, Albert. Madam Jade's investment is on the way. Next time for sure.
Anyway, take a look around, you guys. We're coming to you live from the skies above Penacony in none other than the Radiant Feldspar airship.
Quite a luxurious setting. What's the occasion?
Oh, no occasion needed, Miss Acheron. I just wanted to give everyone a taste of Penacony's history. Over to you, Madam Jade.
One amber era ago, Odie Alfalfa, the Penacony Alfalfa family head, invested a large sum in constructing the Radiant Feldspar airship. Aside from the opulent parlor, ballroom, and recreation facilities, one could simply relax at the poolside with a few glasses of Soul Glad.
Ooh.
This grand airship has sailed above Penacony's sea of dreams
Wow.
for an entire amber era.
You know what? That kind
Suspending
of reminds
services
me
only
of a
recently
Wall-E
in the
setup.
wake of the
If you
crisis.
happened
The
to watch
Trailblazers
Wall-E
have yet
before,
to claim
since
responsibility for this
if
matter.
you're in your childhood
In
years.
case you weren't aware, the Radiant Feldspar never opens to the public. Only the
Oh.
family's most esteemed
Private.
guests are invited to take in such breathtaking aerial views of Penacony.
You mean to say that after 3
Yep.
whole versions, the
Yep.
Trailblazers might finally be able to take a vacation?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. The Trailblazers'
Ho, ho, ho.
recent battle against the Order caused great disturbance in Penacony.
Correct. The Charmony Festival was forced to terminate. One can well imagine the damage to public opinion. The family's reputation must be built anew, and the public must be reassured. There are many delicate issues which urgently need addressing.
Aside from the Oak family, the major lineages are preparing their responses to help deal with the aftermath. In the version 2.3 Trailblaze mission, the Express crew will be invited aboard the Radiant Feldspar as witnesses to important family discussions.
But if the factors that disrupted the dreamscape have been resolved, what other assistance is required?
The Order stepped all over the Harmony Surf. You can't deal with stuff like that out in the open. The family came up with an idea. Fix the Radiant Feldspar as the Charmony Festival's location while simultaneously announcing the reopening of the airship.
A pity none of this razzle-dazzle can fool the IPC. During the Grand Theater final battle, Aventurine may have been digging up dirt on the family in Dreamflux Reef. I'll need to take care of a few things during my visit to Penacony.
Huh? Is the IPC about to make a claim on Penacony?
Never say never with the gosh dang IPC. All for the Amber Lord, baby.
Reading between the lines, it seems like these discussions concern the future of Penacony.
They do. But a quick refresher. Anyone remember a certain masked fool issuing mutually assured destruction buttons to the residents of Penacony?
I remember. Sparkle sent out gifts in each one of the past 3 versions. Surely she...
Would pushing the button really cause Penacony to explode?
I have my doubts. Only one way to find out.
Whoa. Everyone take a deep breath, okay? You guys have been spending too much time with a certain blonde-haired director. I'm not putting the bill if you blow up the Radiant Feldspar. Let's leave these mysteries for the Trailblazers to explore again. Huh? It's time we got back to the Charming Festival, baby. Who might the honored guest be, I hear you ask?
Just when they're about to get interesting, Albert hands things over to the Trailblazers again.
Family business is family business, and we've got a show to do, even if the next young lady needs no introduction.
Whoa! Now we're about to discover 2 new characters that will set their debut on version 2.3 special program. Now, first off is, it's Firefly. Wow! So she has an armor then.
Firefly is a member of the Stellaron Hunters and hails from Glamoth, a world that was destroyed long ago.
Glamoth? The same Glamoth from the Firmament Frontline Glamoth relic set? I remember the planar ornament description had a story about Glamoth's Iron Cavalry Regiment.
Wow.
Yes, Glamoth was once a rich and powerful empire with a vast territory. After the swarm invaded, everything was destroyed.
Resisting the swarm called for the creation of Glamoth's Iron Cavalry. They were genetically modified soldiers, weapons that existed only to wage war.
They piloted mechs to contain the swarm. I met many of those heroes, and bade farewell to many.
Oh.
What stood out to me is that Sam's full name is actually Firefly Type 4 Strategic Assault Mech, meaning that out there, between the distant celestial bodies, there could be other Sams.
Wow.
Ooh, imagine that. Good thinking, Madam Jade. Perhaps the answer to that question Lies and Fireflies, Myriad, Celestia, and animated short.
Count me in.
I was wondering, is it really you talking when Sam says something, Firefly?
I actually spend a lot of time practicing my Sam lines.
Wow.
Let me guess. Silverwolf came up with the lines, Blade came up with the movements, and Kafka put them together.
Huh? That sounds a little too professional for us.
Yeah, well, speaking of professional, I think it's time we took a look at what this young lady can do in her combat mech.
I'm a fire-type character, following the path of destruction. When using my technique during exploration, I summon my Sam armor. Sam can leap into the air. After landing, Sam attacks all enemies within a set range.
Quite the heroic entry.
After using technique to enter battle, for every wave of enemies, weaknesses can be inflicted on units without fire weakness, which lasts for a set number of turns.
In battle, Sam has two forms. In the initial form, using skill consumes HP, while simultaneously regenerating ultimate energy. The lower the HP, the less damage sustained.
Are all Stellaron hunters this careless with their lives?
When using ultimate, Sam enters the second battle form, the dazzling complete combustion state. In addition to more powerful basic attacks and skills, speed is also increased. When using enhanced abilities, Sam's weakness break efficiency and weakness break damage sustained by enemies both increase. Sam restores HP with each attack.
So, the complete combustion state allows us to get a glimpse of Firefly's view from the mech? That's a determined gaze if I ever saw one. Enough to set the seas ablaze, I'll wager.
That's so awesome! I want to set the seas ablaze.
Thanks! The complete combustion state's enhanced skill not only allows for increased toughness reduction, it can also inflict fire weakness on target enemies.
The flames that Sam emits when breaking the enemy's weakness are quite spectacular. And is that a countdown icon on the action bar?
That's right! When the countdown is up, Sam will exit the complete combustion state.
It seems like the effects of Firefly's abilities all relate to weakness break. I suppose it would make most sense for Firefly to team up with allies who have weakness break efficiency buffs, or even super break.
That's right. For example, the Harmony Trailblazer.
Oh.
What a wonderful coincidence! In version 2.2, the Trailblazer inherited the Watchmaker's legacy and embarked on the brand new Path of Harmony. The spirit of trailblazing, traversing unprecedented distances to go where none have gone before. But that's what it's all about. Bringing the will of the Trailblaze to more and more people. And on that note, I've got some good news for y'all. After
What's
activating
the
the
good
Harmony
news?
Trailblazer following the version 2.3 update,
Oh.
Trailblazers can obtain a Shadow of Harmony through the When Charmony Rings Out event screen, thereby upgrading the Trailblazer's Eidolon level.
And if I haven't had time to
Wow.
experience Penacony
When
yet,
Charmony
Don't
rings
worry.
out.
After locking the Path of Preservation, Trailblazers yet to complete the version 2.2 Trailblaze mission can activate the Path of Harmony early through the When Charmony Rings Out event screen.
Whoa! I hope the will of the Trailblaze reaches everyone on this journey.
Well said. Now, without further ado, it's time we got to know a certain highly respected IPC director a little better. Enter Madam J.
Oh! Okay, just look at her. Just look at her. Okay. Okay.
Jade is a director of the IPC's Strategic Investment Department and a member of the 10 Stone Arts. She is as beautiful as she is elegant, and the upcoming Radiant Feldspar
Agreed.
discussions are an opportunity for
Agreed.
her to showcase her true skills.
In contrast
Agreed
with Topaz's
indeed.
negotiation abilities and Aventurine's daredevil spirit, I prefer to operate behind the scenes, using emergency measures to reap a full harvest when the opportunity arises.
It feels like making a deal with Jade is a risky proposition. If you ever let your guard down even a little bit, you'll never escape her trap no matter how hard you struggle.
I think
She
the term
reminds
you're
me of
looking for
Lisa, to
is
be honest,
femme
from
fatale.
Genshin.
I like the sound of that.
Mm-hmm. And Jade also has a hobby by the name of Bana Jade Exchange. A pawn shop, essentially. Though it kind of sounds like a fine dining experience.
Wait,
with you.
who says fine dining
One swish of the
experience?
contract and
I
the
wanna
customer's
join
8
in.
billion credits out of pocket.
Watch your step, Trailblazers.
Jade's goal always aligns with her own interests. She plays the long game, whetting her customers' appetite while extracting a suitable price. She first draws her customers into a vortex of desire, then pounces where they're most valuable, leaving nothing but an empty shell of despair. Why is everyone staring at me?
Owlbert? Didn't you just sign an agreement with Jade over the special program budget?
Wait, what?
Wow.
was Oh.
What's going on?
So, what exactly happens to people who sign agreements with Jade?
Patience, patience. Why don't we let the combat do the talking? As a quantum-type character following the path of erudition, my basic attack deals blast damage to a single enemy and adjacent targets.
A blast damage dealing basic attack?
Exactly that. My skill, on the other hand, allows me to sign an agreement with a single ally, thereby granting them enhancement and speed boost buffs. When the signee attacks the enemy, they can
Oh,
deal
wow.
additional damage, but at the expense of consuming their own HP.
Enhancement in exchange for HP. Is that what people mean by bestowing poison in the guise of sweet dew?
Yikes.
Now, of course,
Or it could be like
if
similar
I
to March
choose
7th.
myself as the signee, the speed boost and HP consumption effects do not apply. When I or a signee launch an attack, it accumulates charges for me. When charges are full, a follow-up attack is launched.
The IPCs sure enjoy a follow-up attack.
It
I'm
seems
actually
that the
like
Strategic Investment
debating
Department
if
has its own modus operandi.
the character warps
My
have already
ultimate,
been
on the other
there.
hand, allows
I
me
could
to
either
mete
get
out
Jade
punishment in
or
accordance with the
Firefly.
agreement. In
I mean,
addition to dealing damage
Just
to all
look,
enemies,
just
my
look at her
follow-up attack is
abilities
enhanced.
and
If there's a place that's
Her
closest to a
attacks.
dream, then are the punished destined for the place that's furthest from it? Like an abyss?
I'm not gonna say
I don't
anything
think
about
those
the
places
stomping
might be one and
thing
the same. When using my technique during exploration,
because
enemies within a
there's
set
gonna
range
be like a
enter the
doggo who
blind
might
fealty state
caught
and will
me with a
refrain
bat.
from attacking me. After attacking an enemy inflicted with blind fealty, other enemies in the state will enter the battle, with all enemies sustaining
So either I could get
damage.
Jade,
Just
or
a
I can
single
actually
sheet
get
of
Firefly, because
Signing
Firefly
away
is too
control of your
kind.
life to others is all
Yeah.
too easy.
I like kind people.
Poor Owlbert.
I like kind people.
He might be doing Jade and the IPC's bidding for a few decades more than anticipated.
Wakey, wakey. I don't take kindly to procrastination during working hours.
How are you feeling, Albert? You won't be retiring anytime soon. But then, neither will your program.
Silver linings! Why do I still feel like I'm working for nothing?
I wouldn't trouble yourself with that question. Why don't we talk about the version 2.3 banner instead?
Ooh,
Banners,
great
yes,
idea.
character
In version
warps.
2.3's first half warp event,
Uh-huh, here we
Trailblazers
go.
can acquire the limited 5-star character Firefly, as
First
well
phase banners.
as the limited 5-star character Ron May.
I already have one
In
run May,
addition,
by the way.
the drop rates for the limited 5-star light cone, whereabouts your dreams rest, as well as the limited light cone pass up
Right.
and mirror, will be boosted.
Miss Firefly. She must
Uh-huh.
yearn for the world beyond the cold confines of her surroundings.
Faint lights flickering in the midst of a dark forest.
Meanwhile, in 2.3's second half warp event, Trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star character Jade, and our resident Night of Beauty, Argenti, will also be joining the lineup. In addition, the drop rates for the limited 5-star light cone
Let's go.
is priceless, as well as the light cone
Okay.
instantly before gaze will be boosted.
Of course, as long as the character
So,
is
even the
already
fiercest of
on the
executives
event
has a
warps,
gentle side.
their own light cones
Who
are
isn't
gonna
moved
appear
by
as
the
well.
laughter of
Similar
children?
to what we have on
My heart
Genshin,
isn't
though.
actually made of stone, you know.
And finally, the brand new 4-star light cone after the Charmony Fall will also be joining the warp.
I wonder where Mr. Sunday is right now.
I think we all need a glass of Soul Land. But don't go anywhere, Trailblazers. After the break, we'll be talking 2.3 events.
Well, here we go. Alright, and here comes the second redemption code. Here we go. And while the second redemption code is here, I must have to remind you that if you're watching this right now live, this is actually a delayed telecast. Let's get that right. If you have already seen this program, you must have already know what to expect. So yeah, here we go. And in case if you miss it, this is your chance. Again, this is the second redemption code.
Welcome back, dear viewers. Let's duck right into version 2.3's brand new events. First up, a significant update to the simulated universe.
So exciting! Did Mr. Screwlum and Dr. Ratio devise a new project?
You guessed it, led by Mr. Screwlum, Divergent Universe, the human comedy, is a brand new project path.
Up until now, the aim of the simulated universe has been to research the stories of the eons. I'm assuming that the human comedy has more of a human focus?
Bingo! That's the main research thrust of this phase of the simulated universe.
Looks like this project will be conducted on the Radiant Feldspar.
Minga number 2, let me tell you a little more about it. First up, a groundbreaking update to the Divergent Universe, the arithmetic mapping function. In the Divergent Universe, Trailblazers can switch between characters they already possess.
Huh. So they can create their own lineups?
Precisely! When testing the Divergent Universe, Trailblazers will no longer be limited by character downloads. When character level is lower than the current equilibrium level cap, it will automatically increase to meet the cap.
Meaning, if one of my characters is level 1, but I use them in the Divergent universe, it increases to a set level?
You got it!
So handy! But what if a character has the level but no suitable relics or light cones?
Worry not. In that situation, temporary light cones and relics at the current equilibrium level cap will be automatically assigned.
I like when things are automatic.
Ain't it great? Now we mustn't overlook Dr. Ratio's new brainwave equation, a buff combination of 2 different paths. Before the start of every test, Trailblazers have the opportunity to select a random equation. And for the equation to take effect, you'll need different amounts of path blessings. Once the required amount has been achieved, the equation will activate, and the team can obtain the corresponding combat abilities. Equation has a max of 3 stars.
I see. So, the higher an equation's star level, the more blessings are needed to activate it?
You nailed it! And to speed things up, the geniuses have kindly marked the required path blessings for each equation in Trailblazer's possession. Knowing which blessings can activate an equation is easy as pie.
That's so considerate. If you're ever struggling to choose, just follow the mark.
Adapting your choices to suit your equation allows you to cater the effects to your current team.
It works both ways. You could adjust your team's composition to better suit your current equation. I want to see Trailblazers mixing and matching.
So, if I accidentally chose an unsuitable blessing, or if I want to switch my current equation, can I make a change?
Of course! By visiting the Workbench of Creation, Trailblazers can overwrite their existing equation and switch it out for another. Unwanted blessings can also be switched out for other blessings, or even enhanced.
Huh? Has the curio store added more purchasable items?
Oh, am I hallucinating? Did Madame Herta really lower the prices?
The curio system has been upgraded. In addition to normal curios, Trailblazers can also choose from weighted curios. These curios are more suited to characters of specific paths or types, and really elevate the combat experience. Keep your eyes peeled, Trailblazers! Separately, we should also take a look at the wealth and escapade domains of the Divergent Universe. Trailblazers can win different prizes in these domains by spending cosmic fragments. But beware, in the event of a program error, your cosmic fragments could be wasted, or even land you with negative curios.
Sometimes the same starting point can lead to very different outcomes. Luck is an important component.
It sure is. Now, allow me to introduce an impressive optimization that left a big impression on your buddy Albert. When suffering defeat in the simulated universe, Trailblazers no longer need to force stop the game. Divergent Universe Combat now allows for Restart Challenge, and Trailblazers can select a new lineup.
I've always wanted that function.
After completing each test in the Divergent Universe, Trailblazers can acquire Synchronicity Points and Inspiration, allowing them to activate the buff nodes and Inspiration circuits. Testing the simulated universe just got a little bit easier.
Thanks for all the info, Albert. It's just... Didn't you forget something important? What about the planar ornaments?
I thought you'd never ask. The planar ornament extraction function has arrived. Every time Trailblazers clear the Divergent Universe, they can choose to save a record of that challenge and archive the data of the equation, blessings, and curios in question. Choose the planar ornament you want, use the archive, inherit the data and buffs from the archive, challenge the boss enemy, and obtain immersion rewards.
Huh? You mean you can skip ahead? You just need to defeat the boss to get quick access to the planar ornaments?
Are we sure this isn't some cracked version of the simulated universe that Silverwolf put out there?
Or something like EXE.
Down! The last person to doubt the Genius Society lost 76 accounts.
A brand new simulated universe. Sounds worth a try.
Amen to that! Now, in version 2.3, the Divergent Universe will be adding 2 new planar ornaments, Duran Dynasty of Running Wolves and Forge of the Kalpagni Lantern. Make sure to use the new planar ornament extraction function to get a hold of them.
After experiencing ordinary extrapolation, the Divergent Universe will have a weekly cyclical extrapolation objective. By completing this weekly challenge, Trailblazers can obtain a first-time completion reward, as well as additional synchronicity points.
Not to mention, in order to celebrate the arrival of the Divergent Universe, Madame Herta has added the 5-star erudition light cone Eternal Calculus to the store. Trailblazers who wish to redeem it better start reserving some Herta bonds.
It sounds like the level of freedom in the Divergent universe is really high. Faster access to planar ornaments, full choice of characters. Those are some big gameplay improvements.
Big improvements indeed. In the vastness of the universe, the eons are beyond our reach. Humanity must learn to rise from its falls and strike its own path.
When gazing up at the stars, it's important to keep your feet planted firmly on the ground. The stories in Divergent Universe, the human comedy, may seem small, but that does not make them insignificant. Trailblazers, get exploring.
I can't wait to experience those stories! It's a chance for us to find out more about ourselves.
I look forward to the memories.
Any room for a non-human companion? Aside from all of this, in Penacony's Dreamscape sales store, a deal has been struck with a member of the mysterious Creed Exequy. They wish to seek traces of the shapeless prince in the experiences of your deadly struggles. Unlock the brand new permanent challenge mode, Apocalyptic Shadow, in Dreamflux Reef, and experience those past dreamscapes.
Creed Exequy. Is this the first appearance of this faction of the finality?
Not necessarily.
A new permanent challenge mode? So, what's different?
In Apocalyptic Shadow, Trailblazers will challenge boss enemies that they have encountered in their journey. Every phase has 2 enemies, which are split into 4 levels of challenge difficulty. The enemies in Apocalyptic Shadow are a little different to regular boss enemies. In preparation for the fight, Trailblazers can read the enemy's traits at the start of the battle.
As with other permanent game modes, during the challenge, there are buff effects for Trailblazers to choose from for every boss. Make sure you maximize the advantages of your lineup. Defeating enemies through team adjustments, or by exploring different battle strategies, makes for a richer combat experience. Trailblazers can record a maximum of 3 floors of 3-star quick clearances.
That's right! And after the first time clearance of Apocalyptic Shadow's set difficulty, Trailblazers can obtain the 4-star character Shui Yi, as well as 300 stellar jades and self-modeling resin.
Nice!
We're just getting warmed up. Let's take a look at the permanent game mode rotating schedule. The first phase of the Apocalyptic Shadow Challenge will launch on the day of the version 2.3 update and last for 6 weeks. Every version will rotationally update according to the following sequence: Apocalyptic Shadow, Pure Fiction, Forgotten Hall, just as before. On every other Monday, the permanent challenge stage is replaced.
Related system functions have also been optimized. When entering the 3 permanent game mode screens from the Interastral Peace Handbook, aside from being able to see the challenge lineups of their friends, Trailblazers can also easily check the star level progress of their current challenge. On the permanent game mode preparation screen, Trailblazers can use preset lineups to create their team, and even customize with drag and drop. How thoughtful.
Now let's talk rewards, shall we? By clearing a phase of Apocalyptic Shadow, Trailblazers can earn a maximum of 720 stellar jades.
720.
Oh, wait, 720
You might want to take
stellar
another look at our
jades?
agreement, Albert.
Wait. So, Apocalyptic Shadow
maximum number of
permanent
stellar
challenge.
jades awarded in each
Could
phase of
this
the
be
Forgotten
the
Hall.
answer to
Pure Fiction and Apocalyptic
Genshin's,
Shadow permanent challenges is
what
increasing
do
from
we call
720 to
that?
800. And the budgetary increase will be funded through
Stellar Abyss?
salary.
Spiral Abyss.
You.
Spiral Abyss.
It's like I said,
Treasures
making
like
a
war
deal
reward
with Jade
increased.
is a risky
Wow.
proposition.
Well then, following this change, Trailblazers can now obtain a total of 2,400 stellar jades through the permanent challenges in each version.
Then why do I hear quiet weeping?
I don't think Owlbird's seen the bright side.
Keep it together, Albert. Now, In the upcoming version, the origami birds also venture into the Radiant Feldspar. Bring with them a little game. Here's hoping Trailblazers can help to test it out.
An arcade game? Huh, let me give Silverwolf a call.
These origami birds
Basically
are very
a
endearing.
mini game.
But
The origami
why
bird
do I have a
clash.
sense
Wow.
of deja vu?
This arcade game, Trailblazers need to cause elimination within a specified
Okay,
number of steps.
that
in order
game
to
is kind of
increase
like
the
similar
birds'
to
combat
the likes
power.
of Candy Crush.
Before the end of every turn, corresponding damage is calculated according to the difference in
puzzle
combat
type game,
values.
something like
When your
that.
opponent's HP returns to 0, like my bank account, victory is sealed.
This gameplay.
Could it really be?
The legendary.
I never thought the day would come when I could play Match 3 on a Penaconian airship.
In the Origami Bird class event, Trailblazers can also do battle freely with friends from across the universe.
Can I fight Silverwolf?
Of course! Be they old buddies or gaming acquaintances,
Silverwolf.
all can connect and play. Get tested!
Great!
The next event is called Stellar Shimmer. Does that name ring any bells for anyone?
Stellar Flare. Is this the sequel?
You're a sharp one, Miss Acheron. Stellar Shimmer brings with it lots of brand new challenge mechanisms and trial character lineups. Catering your team to suit the mechanisms is the key to victory.
These mechanisms. Care to divulge a little more?
Well, for example,
I wish I could
in certain
finish.
stages, breaking an enemy's
and,
weakness can grant you an extra
what do I call
action.
this?
In other stages, characters enjoy unlimited revivals
I wish I
and
could
can
finish
regenerate
and follow up on Honkai Star
50%
Rail
of their
soon.
energy.
Does that mean Trailblazers can try doing away with survivability units and focus purely on damage output lineups?
Defeat as many waves of enemies as possible in a set number of cycles to complete the challenge and obtain rewards. Whew! That's it for events. Time we took another breather. Don't go anywhere. More fascinating updates on version 2.3 are right around the corner.
Let's go. And now here comes the third and final redemption code. Here we go.
Welcome back, viewers! First up, it's the return of a nail-biting and thrilling tradition.
Gift of Odyssey. Check
Yes,
in for 10
as
free
always.
awards. The usual.
There's also version 2.3's double events. Our
Oh.
good friends Planar Fisher and Realm of the Strange.
That's nice.
Double planar ornaments and materials? What's not to love?
Also in this
Wow.
version are the newly added Cavern Relics, Iron Cavalry against the Scourge, and the Wind-Soaring Valorous.
Trailblazers can head for the Cavern of Corrosion, Path of Cavalier challenge to obtain them.
Wow.
And let's not forget the new Path of Erudition trace materials that'll be added to the brand new calyxes, rough sketch, dynamic outlining, and exquisite colored draft.
For Trailblazers who wish to level up traces for me, these
Let's
materials
go.
are indispensable.
So many updates! Man, I can't wait for this version to
Let's
drop.
go.
And we're at the end of the version 2.3 special program. And it's about time we bade farewell to this one.
Aww.
Thanks again for everyone's support and viewership.
I eagerly await the version 2.3 story. Here's hoping the Penacony discussions make for smooth sailing. Please, Trailblazers, do support the work of the IPC.
I'm looking forward to the brand new Divergent universe, not to mention all those brilliant
dear.
events. Don't forget to try them out.
In that case,
Okay.
see you in the next stream, Trailblazers.
Let's
I'll be
go.
waiting for you at the usual spot.
Bye!
Bye bye. Let's go. Oh. Not yet, not yet.
It's written in this thing anyway. That's it. That's it. I made it. What am I? A god? Joke to them?
Woo.
Getting me to read out virgin names.
Wow.
They're too afraid to read out for themselves.
Looks like you really need a rescue.
Not to
Do you
mention
need a
the
lifeguard?
bullying. All these years working my tail feathers off for the RPC, and even the audience thinks I'm an intern.
Looks like you're enjoying the fun, Birdie.
They're using my salary to fund the stellar change budget for the new events. The audacity!
It's farming time, Birdie. It's farming time.
You two, get out here.
Wait. Chicken.
Ha!
Chicken.
Till that to
Chicken.
Sunday. Now listen up. The 3 years are up. I quit. If you didn't know already, I got an offer from the Cienjo to host the war dance. Albert's about to become a big-time sports anchor. You can get that on your
Yikes.
knees and beg for all I care. It won't make any difference. What?
The chicken. The chicken.
Huh?
Oh. Rest in peace, Birdie.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh wait, there's still more.
to the most important event in the Cienjo calendar, the War Dance. The opening session is right around the corner. Here, you will witness members from all Cienjo delegations vie
Wow.
for supremacy in the Luminary Combat Arts Ceremony. First up, put your hands together for the Cienjo Yaoqing delegation. Fierce and swift is Fei Xiao, the Merlin's Claw. And by his side, he doesn't drink plain soup and has no time for
Jiao
coriander.
Chu.
It's the celebrated medicinal chef, Jiao Cho. What the heck
Yes,
did I just
chef.
read? Up next, he's cold and silent as a hunting shadow.
Mose.
Crow-feathered weirdo, Mota! And following close behind him is the Xianzhou Juming delegation. Strong and righteous is Huayan, the Flaming Heart.
Wow.
And now, she strikes while the
Oh
iron is hot
my.
and forages while the flames are bright. It's one of the Flame Will Octet, Yunli. These are some wordy intros. And finally, the official host delegation has arrived. Let's hear it for the Xianzhou Lao Fu. Please welcome, having suddenly
dear.
returned home for the victory lap, is the new Alchemy Commission Cauldron Master, Ling Sha, as well as an exceptionally gifted and legendary new
Introductions.
sword master, who shall remain anonymous for the time being. No wonder they needed me for this gig.
Okay, here we go. And I hope you get to enjoy that special program, even though if we're in a delayed basis, unfortunately. So here we go. In case you have missed it, Chatmates, here are the redemption codes. If you have just missed, that are flashed on the screen. So let's take a moment of short break, and I'm going to leave you in a brief moment for the redemption codes, okay? And just a little bit of reminder to you that the redeem codes are going to expire tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. Philippine time. So if you still haven't redeemed your codes yet, even until this time, this is your chance to redeem it so that you can get Stellar Jades. Otherwise, it will just be you will just be left with empty hands, unfortunately. So let's just take a moment for a little bit of short break, a little breather, and take a moment to get the redeem codes. I'll see you in a bit. Alright then, Chanmates. Now, I hope there are no new 4-star characters in that will mark their debut on the next version update, sadly. So, yeah, here we go. Okay, and a little bit of additional information here, Chanmates. As for the light cones, for the new light cones, for the new 5-star light cones, obviously because Firefly and Jade are going to mark their debut, so at the same time, they will have their own light cones. So for Firefly, hers is going to be Whereabouts Should Dreams Rest. And as for Jade's, she will have Yet Hope is Priceless. Oh, wrong music. So, okay. Okay. Now, where is the music? Okay. Okay. Sorry. If I picked the wrong one. Okay. Now this is right. Now, for the new light cones, Chanmates, again, for Firefly is Whereabouts Should Dreams Should Rest, and as for Jade, hers will have Yet Hope is Priceless. And in addition to the two, we will also have after the Charmony Fall, which is going to be the upcoming new 4-star light cone, which will mark their debut on version 2.3. And as for the new planner ornaments, there are 2 new sets. So we're going to have Duran, Dynasty of Running Wolves, Wolf, and another one that will mark its debut will have the Forge of the Calpagni Lantern. So these are the new planner ornaments. And as for the Cavern relics, I failed to get that info, and the phrases are, that long. So unfortunately, I didn't grab that info but instead I get to know that there will be two new sets of cavern relics. And as for the events, we're going to have Divergent Universe. Oh, okay. Okay, so it appears that its new trailblazing mission, or once you completed that kind of quest, there will be something called When Charmony Rings Out. Yeah, is it? Okay, now moving on to jumping into events. So there are 5. There are 5 new events that will come in our way. So we're going to have Divergent Universe, then Origami Bird Clash, then Stellar Shimmer, as well as the other 2. We have Planner Fissure and Realm of the Strange. I'm really not sure if the last 2 I've mentioned are part of the 2.3 events that are going in the way. And we will, in addition to those, we will also have a new permanent challenge, which when I reacted that earlier is kind of like similar to what we have in Genshin Impact, if I'm talking about the Stellar Abyss. So I'm now talking about the Apocalyptic Shadow, which is going to be a permanent challenge. And if once you accomplish those, then you will be able to earn a reward. And guess what? It's a 4-star character. And you know who's the 4-star character? Shui. Let's go, Shui. Forgive me if I pronounce this wrong. Now, okay, so Apocalyptic Shadow, permanent challenge, and you will get that reward. And in addition to those, as for the latest update, the Treasure's Light Ward rewards had already been increased, and we're going to earn as maximum as 2,000 all the way up to 2,400 Stellar Jades. And lastly, in addition to those, we're going to have, of course, as a tradition, as the version update has already been released, we're going to have the Gift of Odyssey for 10 StarRail Special Passes, which is, really nice gift. I wish Genshin would have those. Okay, and before we go, Chanmates, here is the last look of the redeem codes that are flashed on the screen. Once again, for those who haven't redeemed their codes yet as of this moment, please redeem them right away. Otherwise, they're going to expire at now that everything has already been settled, Chanmates. And there we have it. This marks the end. Okay, that's all for tonight's StarRail Express special. This journey to the path of the world goes on as we catch every adventure that brings all the way from the astral space. This is Chanoshino, your fellow trailblazer, saying thank you for watching and have a good night, fellow travelers. We will see you later on StarRail Express tomorrow.